So guys, what's going on? Legends meet. Erik, a lot of you have been telling me to do a video on this. Erik Morales met Manny Pacquiao. He was waiting for Manny Pacquiao to see him while I think Manny Pacquiao was going to go on his run, and Morales was waiting for him, and then they met. They sat down together. They talked about the 3 great fights that they had, the trilogy that they had together. What great fights they were. What great fights they were. Those were the fights that made Pacquiao, made his name, fighting Erik Morales, who was a legend. Morales had great fights with Barrera. Morales was... What a fighter. What a fighter Morales was. What Morales represented was a warrior. Morales was a true Mexican warrior. Barrera was as well, to be fair. But Morales was, the trilogies that he had with Barrera, with Pacquiao, he was just an exceptional fighter. An exceptional fighter. And when he fought Barrera was an exceptional fighter, and it just made for wars. The Morales-Pacquiao fights were probably even better. They were probably even better. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Those are the fights that make boxing great. Those are the type of fights that put boxing on a pedestal. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of big fights before that put boxing on a pedestal, but the fights like Pacquiao and Morales continued growing the sport. And I honestly think that guys like Morales, guys like Barrera, guys like Pacquiao, they really were involved in some really cracking fights. Cracking fights. And Morales and Pacquiao, wow, those 3 fights were unbelievable. Unbelievable. Morales winning the first fight, then Pacquiao winning the next 2 was brilliant, unbelievable. Great stuff. Great stuff. I don't think there's gonna be trilogies like that anymore. We don't really get trilogies like that. It's hard nowadays. The problem is back then when Barrera, Morales, Pacquiao, everybody used to fight each other. And we didn't have a problem, let alone the fights that we wanted to see. We didn't just see them once, we saw them 2-3 times. In this era, we very rarely get to see the fights we want to see, let alone seeing them 3 times. We don't even get to see them once. I'm so shocked that Canelo and Golovkin have fought twice. I'm so shocked. It should be happening for the 3rd time. We should be getting the trilogy, but, there's problems in making that fight. So it's just, back then, they didn't really give a crap. They just wanted a fight. They gave the fans what they wanted to see. Unfortunately, now, we don't really get that anymore. We don't really get that, unfortunately. And that's why, boxing, in my opinion, is not as strong as where it used to be, because the fans are not getting to see the fights they want to see. The fans want to see Errol Spence fight Terence Crawford. The fans want to see, or the fans wanted to see Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder. What you're doing, guys, by prolonging these fights is that you're risking somebody getting beat. And that's exactly what's happened with the Joshua Wilder situation, where Joshua's got beat, and now that fight's not as big. Tyson Fury was supposed to rematch Deontay Wilder, and then, the broadcasting issues stopped that fight from happening. So it's just a bit disappointing. We as fans, we want, there's a saying, you've got to strike while the iron's hot. The Tyson Fury-Deontay Wilder situation just had a great fight. It was a great time to strike while the iron was hot to make the rematch, but they didn't do it. And fans get disappointed. They get frustrated. And that's what's happening. Back in the day, those guys used to fight when the fans wanted them to fight. And now it's just all become about business and all about making money. I totally understand. But when you make the fight the fans want to see, you're going to make money. You're going to make a lot of money. But it's just disappointing that now boxing has resorted to becoming more of a business than a sport. And it is stopping some of these big fights from happening. Whereas guys like Morales, Pacquiao, Barrera were a credit to the sport. They fought everybody. They didn't really care. That's why those guys had losses. Those guys are exceptional fighters. But they had losses because they used to fight whoever. They didn't give a crap. And that's what made them the fighters. That's what made them the legends. When you talk about Morales, you talk about a guy that fought everybody. That didn't duck and dodge anybody. That didn't care about fighting. Of course, all fighters want to make money. But now it's become more business than a sport. And it's disappointing. But guys like Morales, Barrera and Pacquiao were a credit to the sport. Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.